Hey everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we are going to be doing another round of Take Away the Name, All MLMs Are the Same. I'm pretty proud of that title. And for this particular video we are going to be doing the Health and Wellness edition, where all of these posts are going to be from 6 different MLMs that are all centered around the health and wellness part of the MLM world. So if you would like to try and play along and guess which MLM belongs to which post, the MLMs that will be talked about in this video are Plexus, Herbalife, It Works, Beachbody, Q Sciences, and finally Arbonne. I feel like this one's going to be pretty difficult since when you take away the name of the MLM, and unless they have specific terminology or they talk about maybe a specific product that is usually associated with that MLM, you literally cannot tell what MLM they are a part of because they all sound the same. Without maybe a specific product or of course saying the name, you have no idea what MLM they're talking about, and a lot of these MLMs are saying, we're so unique, we're so different, we're special, and it's like, are you honestly special? Because unless somebody says the name of the company, which a lot of times they don't, or they mention a certain product, which is like their claim to fame, which a lot of times they don't, it can honestly be for any MLM out there, making them not so special. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. Also, make sure to double check that you are subscribed if you know you should be, because YouTube is randomly going around unsubscribing people from channels. Make sure to check out my description below for all my fun links to my Poshmark, my Patreon, my channel members, my social medias, and my anti-MLM playlist is always linked below. And with all of that said, let's get started. Save the money and just do workouts online. This was someone's recommendation to me in my DMs. But friend, it's so much deeper than that. 1, this is my business and I take it seriously. Don't bash what someone else is doing, especially if you aren't willing to step out of your comfort zone. 2, this is a community, a tight-knit community of humans that have a purpose and a passion to change the world. Tell me what YouTube video is going to give me that. 3, coaching has allowed me to be the most consistent in my health journey than I have ever been. In less than a week, my husband and I will be flying to the Dominican Republic to enjoy an all-inclusive paid trip. I'll get to link up with other amazing coaches from all over the nation and build amazing friendships. I hope you come with me next year. Hope, passion, community, and inspiration. That's what it's about. Message me to see how you can join our community. So, starting at the beginning of this post, my guess is that they were trying to recruit somebody or maybe sell the workout package to someone, and their comeback or their rebuttal or whatever was, I can do free workouts online on YouTube, so I'm good, thank you. And it probably wasn't anything malicious. They probably were not trying to attack the person. They probably were just saying like, hey, instead of spending X amount of money each month in order to have these workouts, you can get similar or the same workouts for free on YouTube, aka saving you money. But of course, when it comes to an MLMer, they take it personally, they take it to heart. They're like, well, this is my business and I can't get X, Y, and Z from a YouTube video, which is honestly not true. I know there are so many people who praise people who do workout videos and food videos online, and they attribute that to a lifestyle change, to maybe finding other people who also like doing those same workouts, aka a community or friendship, whatever you want to call it. And so, yes, a YouTube video can do that for you. A YouTube video can give you purpose and meaning. Maybe you see somebody who, you know, is doing workout videos online, or they're just showing their weight loss journey, whatever the case may be, and it inspires somebody to do it along. It holds them accountable, it creates a community, it gets people talking. So YouTube can do a lot, and all of that can be free. And again, with the word bash, that somebody disagreeing with what you do, making a recommendation as they word it, which to me a recommendation is not a negative thing. So to say that they are bashing what you do because they recommended you something, this is really taking what people say way too far, and that they're trying to hurt you, which is really sad because people are just genuinely giving advice, recommendations. They're not trying to bash you and bring you down. But people in MLMs, the business becomes their life. So if you are if you're not on their side, so to speak, then you are a negative person. You're just trying to bring them down and you hate them. And it's like they really have to work on not making their business their personality. But of course, that's exactly what the MLM wants you to do. People have shunned me or riddled me for being a part of this business. How can you pretend to make friends with perfect strangers and pretend you like them just to get their business? When you go to the mall, do you only walk into a business where you know the salesperson? No! But you still trust them when you make the purchase? Yes! How is my business different? By the time you buy from me or join me, we become friends. I strive to make friends with everyone I start a business or sell products to. I follow up on every purchase that's made to make sure you are satisfied. Does your Pottery Barn salesperson message you after the sale? I think not. Would you rather do business with a big box store or someone who gives you personalized attention every step of the way? Yep, I thought so. So for me personally, if every single time I bought a product at a store, the salesperson followed up with me a day, a week, a month, even a year later to see like how I liked the product, I would think that is bizarre. And also, if every single salesperson did it, I think people would literally stop buying from stores because they would be so annoyed that every single time you purchase something, somebody needs to see if you want more, basically, or if you also want to work as a salesperson for that store. That would get old very fast. And also when they said, do you only walk into a store where you know the salesperson? No, but you still trust them to make the purchase. They're not selling you the product. At Pottery Barn, at least, I don't know, I don't think I've ever walked foot into a Pottery Barn, but I don't think that they're following you around, showing you the products, telling you how amazing this will change your life. That didn't make sense, but you get what I mean. And also asking you if you also would like to work at Pottery Barn. That is the difference. And it's not, I mean, it could be a real friendship. Of course, things can turn into a real friendship, but if you are becoming friends with people who join with you and buy from you, then you are profiting off of your friends, and that's just wrong. And it's also sad that they say that people have shunned them or riddled. I think they meant to say ridiculed them for being a part of this business. And maybe they are, like the previous person, like I said, taking things in a negative way because somebody is disagreeing with the choices that you're making. Does not mean they hate you, doesn't mean that they want you to break and fall apart and they just want to hurt you. That's not at all true. I really don't believe that every single person that talks to someone who's in an MLM hates them. I don't believe that. But it really goes to show that people don't like the MLM world, and that is for a reason. It's not because they hate the individuals, because they hate women, because they just want to be a hateful person. It's because the industry has a bad name for a reason. So when people join and then they see that you're talking to strangers to make friends with them, you're doing it because you want to make money off of them with an asterisk of, oh, but it's, you know, I will become friends with them. It's okay to say that you're looking to make money. It is your job. You are a salesperson. You are trying to sell the product, and of course, it's more the opportunity. You're trying to recruit people, but it's okay to say that you are reaching out to people to sell a product because it's your job. To say, oh no, I'm just reaching out for friendship, and if in turn they want to buy from me or join from me, then that's great. No, you're doing it because you are trying to make money off of that person. It honestly sounds better to say I'm looking for people to purchase products from me, join underneath me, instead of I'm looking to make friends so that they can join and buy from me. That sounds a lot worse. Squiggly line, be different, squiggly line. I thought I had to fit this certain mold to do this business. I thought I had to be someone I wasn't. Well, ladies and gents, I'm classy with a side of trash, obnoxious with a side of loud, fun with a side of inappropriate, and a lover with a whole lot of heart. I want all the misfits to be on my team. I want everyone to feel like you belong, because y'all do. Come with me, let's have fun, tackle our goals, and change people's lives. Always choose love, always choose happiness, and always choose you with the I love you emoji. So I put this one in here because as I was looking for posts to put in this video, this one caught my attention. One, because I did kind of laugh at what it said because I thought it was a little ridiculous, but I was thinking, if I was younger and, let's say, looking for something, like looking for a job of some kind, looking to fit in, you know, because I would say that when I was younger, I definitely was like, you know, I'm not like a typical girl, like stuff like that, you know, I'm the weirdo. Something like this probably would have caught my attention. I would have been like, wow, this person gets it. This person is, like they say, they say don't fit into a certain mold. So they're breaking the mold. They're not the typical person in this business. They're different like me. And that's clearly the kind of person that they are writing to when they make this. They are literally trying to reach out to the oddballs, let's say, and also making themselves seem so different and quirky and unique, you know, looking for the different ones. But again, this is just, it doesn't matter who the person is. They could have 100 versions of the same person on their team. They don't care. As long as they're profiting off of them and making money, that's all that matters. But with this, and maybe they're doing the thing where they are, you know, not the typical MLMer with the blonde hair and the beautiful aesthetic. I didn't look at this person's Instagram. They may have the typical Instagram aesthetic. All people in MLM seem to have that, you know, not bright colors, but the muted colors. Literally opposite of what I meant. But it's like a brighter, like usually like whites, and there's like the sunlight. You know the aesthetic that I'm talking about. They all have that, but then this person wants to come off different, which is funny because they still used an emoji, which is typical Hun behavior, and then the squiggly line, be different. This is definitely a typical Instagram Hun post. But I do think that if I was younger and I didn't know, that I would be more attracted to something like this because, of course, they're coming off relatable, they're coming off nice. Most Huns usually do. They come off nice and real. I don't honestly know how real they really are in an MLM. I feel like a lot of them put up a front and a facade and they pretend to be somebody they're not because they're trying to fit in to the typical Hun mold. But maybe this person really is trying to be different. I don't know. But yeah, I put this one in here because I do think that they are trying to attract maybe a different crowd than what everybody else is going for, which is, again, what they're taught. Attract your tribe. I hate when they say that. But yeah, this one, I think this one would have got me if I was younger. Okay, so for this one, the photo that they posted says, "You will never be 100% ready." And the caption says, "I love this, so true. If you wait till you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. So just do it. Start before you're ready. Make a positive move forward. Get out of your comfort zone, and if you fail, keep trying. Life is short, and honestly, I'm looking forward to change in all aspects of life. Being content for too long, nothing's changing, so dream big. Go for it. New opportunities, new health goals. Just start." 4 emojis and then 100%. I'm not quite sure what the emojis, like why they chose all 4 of those. Maybe they were just the most recent 4 emojis that they chose, but those were the ones that they went ahead and chose. We hear this all the time. They say, just go ahead and start. You'll never be ready. Just jump in and blindly choose this business, which is honestly, I think, terrible advice, but also exactly what they want you to do, because I do think that if people did more looking into this, certain businesses, they would not join. And if they do, then they may not stay long. I don't know. Also, what is so wrong about people wanting to know more before they jump into something and pay a lot of money towards something that they have no idea what they're doing? I get it. I understand why they want people to just say yes to the opportunity. It's so they can have a downline, make money, rank up. I understand that. But it's like, at a logical reasoning, like, why is it so bad for them to want to know about the products, want to look more into the company that'll be their company? If you're wanting to start your own business, you'd want to know the ins and outs of stuff before just jumping in and getting yourself fully involved in something, putting a bunch of money into it, and it potentially not working out. But this person's like, if you fail, just keep going, which is terrible advice for an MLM. And terrible advice for a lot of stuff, but again, everybody's definition of fail is, of course, different things. And the whole, you'll never be ready, you know, just jump in and do it, can be good advice with some things. Like, I know, you know, you can watch a million videos on how to start a YouTube channel and have everything, all the knowledge that you think, and be like, well, maybe one more video and then I'll be ready. You will never be too ready. You just have to put out your first video and go for it. And I promise you, if you do want to start a YouTube channel, everybody's first few videos are horrible. They hate them. They're so awkward. They're uncomfortable. But it becomes more natural the more you do it. So there is that aspect of, you'll never be fully ready to do it no matter how much you prepare, but I do recommend doing some research before just jumping into a YouTube video. But at the same time with that, it's, you know, no risk. You know, you could just take it down if you don't like it, and it's not like you lost any money in the process. You just tried something and maybe it's not for you. But with an MLM, you could lose quite a lot of money just jumping in because somebody's like, you'll never be ready, just go for it. It's like, yeah, you're right. No, that's bad advice. The beauty of what I do is that I get to do it from anywhere. Today, I've been out and about running errands and doing a little shopping for things I want, shopping emoji. At the same time, I've also been able to work, helped a new client get started, plus working with distributors on my team, guiding them to help others too. Emoji. I don't clock into someone else's time. I own my time. I work around my terms, around my family, and from anywhere I want. Sunglasses emoji. All I need is my phone and the desire to grow my business. Phone emoji and hands emoji. Super grateful for the day I decided to take on this opportunity, which is allowing me to change the whole course of mine and my family's life. Praying emoji and fire emoji. Currently looking to expand my team, side eyes emoji. Looking for people who are ready to earn an extra income without having to get another job, checkmark emoji. No experience necessary. I didn't know anything either when I got started. I will teach you, guide you, and show you how it's done. Sunglasses emoji and pointing emoji. Send me a DM for more info. Now normally I block out the hashtags on these videos just because some of them will usually, like, the first is like the MLM, but this one I kept because it has hashtag entrepreneur life, hashtag boss babe. They did it. And hashtag you can do it too. They hashtag boss babe. A real hun out there, hashtag boss babe. And that was a part of why I picked this one. Also, all the emojis, what they're saying, like, I own my time. And it's just hun in an MLM 101 post right here. And also, like, I'm looking to expand my team. You're always looking to expand your team. Don't act like all of a sudden right now is the time you're looking to expand your team. Every second of every day is when you're looking to expand your team. And also, you're out running errands and shopping, but also you're having to stop, look at your phone, talk to people. Like, you know, people who work, let's say a 9 to 5, when they're, let's say it's the weekend. They're out on the weekend, they're doing some shopping, running some errands. They don't have to worry about work. Work is for Monday. I'm not sure why it's a flex to say that while you're out and about doing things that you need to get done, that you're also working while you're doing that, instead of saying, while I was out doing errands and shopping, it's so nice that I am able to work for myself because I didn't have to, you know, have the stress of only getting it done on the weekend, or only getting it done once I get off of work. I could do it on a random Tuesday at noon. Something like that to me would be a lot more appealing than like, I was able to do this while also out and about. And then also, I've never heard somebody say, I don't clock into someone else's time. What the heck does that mean? I mean, I guess like working for somebody else, but like, it's your time. You are clocking in your time, the hours that you put in, for payment in return. So I've just never heard it worded as, I don't clock into someone else's time, I own my time, while also saying that while you were out running errands, you had to stop what you were doing and help people and get a client started. So it sounds like you were working on their time. So you are working on somebody else's time. Interesting. Okay, this is going to be the last post and the longest post, and a slight trigger warning. They do talk about darker things in this, mental illness related. So I just wanted to put that out there. Mental illness can make or break relationships. Before my world fell apart, I had a lot of friends. I was a huge introvert who wanted to go see all of my friends and was rarely home during the days. Then, almost 3 years ago, my mental health took a turn for the worst. I started to isolate myself, stopped talking to a lot of my friends. The odd time, I would message some of my friends to let them know I was alive, but I wasn't doing well. What you start to realize after a while is that when you go through something like that, you really see who your true friends are. You feel like no one wants to hear how you are feeling, how you contemplate ending your life, how for one split second you think how easy it would be to crash your car or to do something else and make it all go away. No one wants to hear that. Everyone wants to hear how great you are or how happy you are. So I stopped talking to a lot of my friends. Cut ties. They never seemed to care, they never reached out and messaged me, or called, or wondered why I unfriended them. Up until almost 6 months ago, I had little friends left. Then I started talking to this awesome woman from BC who genuinely wanted to get to know me and offered me this amazing opportunity to make money from home. All I wanted was to make a couple $100. That's it. But what I found was my family. These girls are there for me. They message me when they see I am not active in our group chats, when they see I haven't been posting on my page much, and they are there for me to talk to. They want to see me at my best. This is what I love about my small business. I found my people. I found where I belong. Now I get to bring more people into my circle of amazing people. I form strong bonds, I mentor them, teach them, and truly am there for them like a sister would be. I want to see the people on my team succeed. I want to help people become the best versions of themselves and help give them an income. This is what my MLM has done for me. What has your work done for you? So this one is definitely different than any one that I think I have ever talked about in one of these videos. And this one is really sad. This person was obviously in a very dark place in their life, reaching out to friends and crying for help, and it sucks that her friends weren't there for her. And I think that they maybe did the right thing in not wanting to be friends with them and truly seeing who your real friends are. I mean, I've done that before where I realized I was the friend always reaching out, always making the plans, always doing everything. And one day I was like, I wonder if I just stopped communicating, would they communicate with me? And pretty much still until this day, no, they've never contacted me. I've always been the one to contact them. So it does suck to have to come to that realization that the people who you thought were really true friends were not. So I do agree that, you know, cutting ties was honestly probably the best thing. But obviously they wanted friendship. They were craving friendship, and they were probably in a group somewhere, maybe a mental health group. I don't know, I'm of course speculating. And Hun found them. And I think this is really sad because she views these people, she got into an MLM, and she views these people as her family. You know, she's like, this person really wanted to get to know me. Yes, because they are now taught to make friends, make real connections, get to know these people, and then they will be like, hey, wouldn't you like to make extra money? You know, they do say, all I wanted was to make a couple $100. They didn't say I wasn't looking for extra income or I didn't need the work, I wanted the community. So not only were they in a very vulnerable place mentally, but potentially also financially. So whoever found this woman really, really got in at a vulnerable time, which is what we see. I mean, they laid it out very clearly, is that I was in a dark time. I needed friendship. I didn't have that. And this amazing person walked into my life and they genuinely wanted to get to know me, which maybe they did. I can't ever say for sure that they didn't, but the fact that it's, hey, let me get to know you. Also, I have this opportunity to make money off of you. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And, you know, when they say, they message me when they don't see that I'm active in group chats or that I'm posting. Yes, because you're not doing your job. And of course, again, I'm speculating, but you're not posting online, which is your job. You're not telling people about your life. You're not, you know, spilling your secrets out online and saying how amazing this business is. You're not doing exactly what this post is. You know, you need to get on it. And it's really sad to see that they called them their family, because I'm really worried for this individual that, let's say this MLM doesn't work out and they no longer want to be a part of it and they realize that they're just losing money in it and they get out. Would these people who are still in the MLM be friends with them if they got out? And I don't know. We can never know for sure, but we have seen and heard many stories where once you get out of the MLM, you're blocked. They don't want to talk to you anymore because you clearly hate this business and you don't want to see anybody succeed and you failed, you know? So it's like, I really feel for this person. This one sucks to see, because they truly do view their happiness that they're going through right now, their friendships, their community that they have right now. They're clearly thanking the MLM for this. And that is when things can get very heavy, very dangerous, honestly, because you never know what can happen. I hope only the best for this person, and I hope they get out, and I hope they know that you don't have to join an MLM to find real people who really do care about you. You don't have to be spending money in an MLM and join under a friend who has an opportunity for you to remain friends with them. You can have friends for free who do care about you. They do exist out there. Alright, you guys, that was the end of the post, and now I will read what order I read them in so you can see if you got any of them right. The first one was Beachbody, second Q Sciences, third Arbonne, fourth Plexus, fifth Herbalife, and the last one was It Works. I do think this one was very hard. I don't think really any of them, besides maybe the first one when I said the word coach, gave it away. But that's also the point of these videos, is that without the MLM name, you really cannot tell what they're talking about. I mean, this could be not even a health and wellness MLM for some of them. This could be Color Street, or it could be Zaya, or it could be Monet. You know, you don't know until you maybe look at their profile, which a lot of times with some of these, I did look to see. I wanted to confirm that they were in the MLM, and you can't tell what MLM that they are in unless you go to their link tree, and then they'll have like a product, or they'll say my business, how to sign up, and it'll link you to the MLM website that they're a part of. So I do genuinely always like doing these videos because I find it very interesting. And that last post, stumbling across that, God, I felt bad for that person. That one was a sad one to read because, you know, you see the darkness that she was in, and she says she was reaching out to her friends, and sucks that they just were either going through their own stuff, didn't have time, didn't care. That's not a real friendship, and that really sucks. So I definitely empathize with that person and can relate, you know, definitely for sure. So I hope only the best for honestly anybody in an MLM, that they get out and they find real value other than just being a part of somebody's downline. Alright, you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, please subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!